Greetings, Indigo. Today we've got Condor versus BLACKHAWK. This is the Condor MA61 shotgun reload, as they call it. This is the BLACKHAWK S.T.R.I.K.E 18-round shotgun pouch. Interesting about BLACKHAWK, they have an exclamation point after their name, so it has to be pronounced BLACKHAWK. So we've got the Condor here. This Condor I've had for a while, many years actually, probably about maybe 3-4 years. It was attached to a vest that was resting right next to my shotgun, so I could easily don it and have extra rounds should I needed a defensive thing for my home or whatnot. I've since changed strategies for that, so it's no longer attached to a vest. And there was 2 of these. I still have the other one. It's just not loaded up. This one here, I just got it maybe 2 months ago. It's only been to the range with me once, and it's loaded up here just like this one for demonstration purposes. The Condor is MOLLE compatible, as well as the BLACKHAWK, which is always nice when they actually come with an attachment strap. This one has 2. This one has 1. This Condor pouch here holds a lot of rounds, 25 rounds, and it comes in Coyote, Multicam Black, OD Green, and ATAX. The price on this is about $15 to $25. I don't recall what I paid for this one when I bought it, but when I looked up before the video how much these are running right now, they vary depending on the color. For whatever reason, black seems to be the cheapest. Maybe that's why I have black. But on this guy over here, the BLACKHAWK is also MOLLE compatible, as I said. It's available in black, coyote, multicam, and olive drab. I don't think this one actually comes in black for some reason. But maybe it's just because I didn't see it listed. At any rate, the price on this guy is dramatic. If you get this in the color that this is right here, which is coyote, I saw it on Amazon for $10. But for whatever reason, the other colors, it goes up dramatically. I think maybe one other color was like 18 bucks, and then they jump up to like $30. So if you want coyote, you're good to go for 10 bucks. This one holds 18 rounds, 25 rounds. Okay, let's get into this one first. This one has, sorry guys, one hand. This has an interesting way of lining everything up. Everything is put in here vertically, so getting them out is sort of a pain. When they're fully loaded like this, and they're right at your side or right at your chest, you have to actually pluck them out of here. You can't normally, you can't do what you normally do, which is you would push on one side and pull them out. The easiest ones rather are the ones up here. This little thing right here is supposed to help you pull this down so that it's open all the way, and which pretty much never works. You just grab the topmost part, and as you can see here, this thing just keeps going. And the good thing about this one is it holds a lot of rounds. It's nice for that reason, but you definitely don't want to load this on your belt. Some people like to put things on their belt when they're at the range and carry it around that way. If you do that, the shells are just going to get out of your range. You're not even going to be able to, you're going to have to lean over to the side to even try to reach down and get them. So you want to mount this guy up pretty high up on your chest, and even then you're reaching down pretty far at the end to get your shells out. The workmanship on this, Condor's never been known to be the highest in workmanship. This one is really pretty lousy. It's got stitching issues. It's probably using the same cordura other ones are using, whether it's 500 or less. It's certainly not more than 500, that's for sure. But the stitching is really questionable. There's in some places there's huge glaring things like right here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's this piece of thread just hanging here. It's just not attached to anything. Another little ding on it is these snaps. Never use the snaps. They're like really hard to engage, and really all it ends up doing is just be less space for the Velcro to attach to. So, and like I said, I've used it a lot, and even though this is just your regular old elastic. It feels real coarse and thin and kind of cheap, but it's held up. But like I said, it's just not the highest of quality. The Condor, on the other hand, has its little issues too. These are pretty easy to get out, even though it's funny because the way it mounts like this on the back, and then of course you'll see it like this from the front. They're off to the side over here, which and of course they're horizontal, so that they're easier to get out of, like I was mentioning before, or at least for me, and which are great. But because it only has this one MOLLE attachment point, when you go to rip this open, it's rather unstable when you go to rip it open. So it's not the fastest of deployments here. The other thing I thought was kind of strange about this guy here is that once you do have it open, you're going to have it open, and this is how you're going to see it if it's mounted on your chest here. It has this strange little snap here instead of Velcro or anything like that, I guess because it's so thin right here that Velcro wouldn't work. This works pretty good. It's a little strange. You have to really pull down on it to get it to go. There's a small little strap here, so I guess if you're gloved up or something, that might be an issue. But what I really liked about the BLACKHAWK was that, one, it was horizontal, not vertical. It's a lot easier, at least for me, to get the shells out of it and into the weapon. The other thing that I really liked about the BLACKHAWK was that the materials are great, but the workmanship is also very, very good. You can just see here like how the ends aren't just folded over and stitched, and how this little grab piece here is completely folded over, and then there's a box stitch right here, whereas on the BLACKHAWK it's just sort of like in there somehow, and they just gave it one quick over. There's more to grab onto, but pretty sure over time, if I was really ripping on this, because I've never taken it out and never ran a class, I've never taken a shotgun class, so I've never ran a class with it or something, just gone out to the range and done, a few things here and there. And this one is just obviously far superior in quality and craftsmanship. So very well made. This one has a great deal of value because it's not much less. In fact, depending on the color, this one was cheaper than of course the Condor. So overall, if you because this is a head-to-head, if you had to like say, okay, one's the winner, one's the loser, I'm gonna definitely say the pros for this is that it holds 25 rounds. That's the biggest pro you can say. Holds 25 rounds. The other thing you might say that it has maybe a little over this one, it has 2 MOLLE attachment points, and it's much more stable if you put it on a rig. But this one's going to win it. You only have 18 rounds. It's just the quality is just way better. And of course, like I said, I would prefer it to be a horizontal anyway, if I was, for my personal taste. I'm not really using it right now. Like I mentioned, the aforementioned, by my bed bin, the shotgun, that's something else. And as for weight, I'm not nutting fancy, so they're shotgun shells, guys. They're heavy as balls. So, at any rate, this was a head-to-head of Condor and BLACKHAWK. We're going to have to give it to BLACKHAWK on this one. And, of course, all hail. All hail. Hopefully that'll keep the zealots from SOE and other places from coming in here and trying to burn the place down. At any rate, Indigo out.